Jay-Z, this what you paying $10 million per year as a retainer for? Them to have me for 7 hours looking like scrambling through papers, asking me the same question. Just like, come on. Is this what you paid for, Hov?
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today, I know I said I wasn't gonna do a video, and I really wasn't, but something came across my desk, be it DJ Akademiks exposing trying to think, exposing Rock Nation. My bad, I had a brain fart for a second. So yes, and Jay-Z. And I'm like, don't I always be talking about this? So I'm just gonna make a quick video so you guys can see it too, in case you haven't ran into it. Number one, this is how the layout gonna be. My welcome that you're seeing right now. And then I'm just gonna roll the footage. You guys have seen me in my chill clothes, I actually put a different shirt on because my other shirt was inappropriate. So I'm just chilling. And so I was like, I gotta get and do this really quick. So another brain fart because it's late. I'm tired, you know what I mean? And I'm like, let me just go ahead and do this. So yeah, then I'm gonna roll the footage without me in it. Then I'm gonna come back and do the closing and kind of tell you a little bit about what I think. But I will say this: it's all connected. They all be connected. And number three, in that aspect of let me tell you like this: they be doing some grimy shh. All money ain't good money. And a lot of times I feel like that's the situation. Like, all money ain't good money, number one. And then you ain't got to be linked up with everybody. And then maybe it's a reason why celebrities be keeping their life secret. Because if you really knew the type of time they be on and you know what I mean? I thought about this. That's I felt like that's a lot of reason. I don't know if y'all remember when that challenge was going on. Well, not challenge, but just asking people, what would you do? Take such and such amount of money or a meeting with Jay-Z? And then when he finally asked Jay-Z, Jay-Z was like, shit, take the money. I'm going to tell you why I feel like that. Knowing what I know, I don't want to get no dealings with that entity in business. Yeah. This definition of it ain't personal, it's business was the cake. And low key, he know what he be doing behind the scenes. See, people be having a facade in front of the cameras and he know what he be dibbling in. Now, granted, everybody needs to know your business. I get that. I'm fine with that. All the way. But sometimes some stuff be extra. And they do, when they come for you, they gonna come with full force. All gas, no brakes. You know what I mean? And this is in regards to the Tory Lane, Megan Thee Stallion case. So, without any further ado, I done yapped long enough. So, without any further ado, let's get to this footage so we can see what's going on. Let's go.
I told him I wouldn't be on my phone while I'm answering questions, but these lawyers, they couldn't either hold their bladder or they all needed food. I think somebody did number 2 or something while we were doing it. They're like, yo, we need some more time. We gotta go to the bathroom. I'm like, damn, yo, what y'all got in the cafeteria up there at the Rock Nation lawyer offices? They could hold their bladders, break after break after break. So on one of the breaks, I posted, yo, they're asking me crazy shit up in here about Drake, everybody. Listen, I'm gonna snitch. I'm gonna tell the world. Look what she says. And this is where I realized we got you. Y'all are liars. Tell Des. If you're the lawyer for Megan Pete, why would you need to tell Des? Who's Des? The only Des that I know, and I could be wrong. Desiree Perez, the co-founder and chief executive officer of Rock Nation. So you did this. So with y'all sitting there with me for 7 hours claiming that y'all had zero affiliation. And that, yes, even if y'all did represent Rock Nation, this is a Meg Thee Stallion thing. My conduct in that deposition, y'all are in an internal chat reporting, go tell Rock Nation CEO this. Akademiks is posting about the deposition. Come on, gang. Come on. When I tell y'all that Rock Nation, Desiree Perez, in my belief, is lining the whole industry up and everything, even the Meg Thee Stallion, the Halle Baileys of the world, if you connect it to Rock Nation, trust me, they're cooking up some type of poisonous secret sauce to get your ass. Y'all think I'm lying? Well, here it is in 4K. The lawyers of Megan Thee Stallion, because I posted a story saying, yo, I'm in this deposition, they're asking about Drake. She says, tell Des. I said he couldn't get to the end of the depot without posting about it. All these names, it'll be interesting to figure out who these people are. Kayla Fleming, Julian Scholem, Joseph Bocci. They're probably pretty good. They're probably pretty good guys. I have nothing wrong with Quinn Emanuel, but I could tell that Rock Nation is a puppeteer pulling them strings. That's not Auntie Al Chat. This particular deposition, I'm not a defendant. I'm not an involved party. They claim that I might have discoverable evidence. That's why they've subpoenaed me. And the subpoena required me to do a deposition that they should have been asking me about my knowledge of any information that could help or hurt the defendant or the plaintiff. And the people they asked me about was people like Nicki Minaj, Drizzy Drake. Hey, did Drake ever pay you? Did he ever do this? Who is Grand Wizard Chat Nigga? What else they asked me? Well, they asked me everything. But yeah, I didn't focus on the case. They asked me mostly about Tory. It's a little bit odd to me. But anyway, if anyone, because sometimes people think I'm cool. Like, yo, Wack, you just making shit up. In the deposition for Meg, they're saying tell Desiree. And by the way, chat, even with a little bit of, essential water in my system, 5 hours in, I spotted that mistake. It was on the screen for 3 seconds. I mentally timestamped it. I got it. I got it. Yo, let me in the Slack channel. I want to be up in the Slack channel. I can't get in. Yo, they ain't gonna let me in the Slack channel though. So they ain't gonna let me in the Slack channel. I want to be up in there with Marie bad. I want to be up in there with her. You know not to fuck with Jay. The brand of Rock Nation, probably the worst thing that's ever happened to hip hop. They have the most likable or one of the lovable hip hop aficionados and legends that we have, Jay-Z. That's the face of it, but they do nothing but fuck with other black artists. I've never heard them fucking with a white artist, ever. They're trying to create a monopoly. Like, they want to be, Rock Nation wants to be Live Nation. You know how Live Nation is with touring? You can't really tour without Live Nation. Like, trust me, they will fuck your whole shit up. Trust me, I told you they did it to Sexy Red, Moneybagg Yo, Lil Baby, and they were trying to strong arm Rod Wave. I know this personally. I'm talking to these people's teams. Rock Nation, which is a subsidiary of Live Nation, because they got a deal that's under Live Nation, they want to do the same thing to hip hop, but they want to do it with all artists. So like, it's funny because Jay-Z talks all this like he loves artist shit, but his label and conglomerate bully artists, they do the worst things to artists. But one thing I don't believe is the narrative of what Meg, the victim, has been trying to do is say, oh no, this guy just flat out tried to execute me. I don't believe that for 1 second. And I would have probably believed it a little bit more if she was way more forthcoming saying, hey, listen, me and this guy, we had this relationship, this is how these things happen. Her story didn't make sense then. For me, some of her statements were still a bit inconsistent or jumping all over the place because she never addressed the fight on the stand. And then by the end, I was just like, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm throwing this entire thing out. I think this woman is just incapable of telling the truth. And that's where I'm coming up with that. But those are the other factors or the narrative that has led me to believe, hey, Tory didn't do this or Tory's in jail because of not the reason that we believe he should be in jail for, right? Like, and shoot, I've been waiting. If there was ever a video that came out that showcased Tory just aiming at her and trying to shoot this woman, I wouldn't be supporting Tory at all.
Do you think, Mr. Allen, that absent a video, it is impossible to convict somebody of a crime?
No.
Okay.
But the narrative has to make sense.
I got it. I've heard quite a bit of an explanation that you suggest has been grounded in
You mad.
your common sense. But what I didn't hear, and what I'll ask you to provide, is a single piece of any kind of admissible evidence or proof that anything that you just said is true. Do you have it?
Okay, so
Objection after form.
Shorty sassy, but that's got to give it a belt still. The belt got to be given. So relax. Call Dago. We gonna call somebody. Here we go.
But
Yeah, you can tell. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm fucking Shorty though. I ain't fucking Shorty. I'm fucking Shorty still. I'll take her out for drinks. Come on now. This one over here. Man, do your hair, bro. Do your hair, Shorty. Come on, man. Get right, man. Get right. Come on, let's get in the game.
but I think
What does Rock Nation have up their sleeve? Because why am I seeing DJ Akademiks? Hold on, watch this.
has anybody ever paid you to promote specific information, music, or events on social media?
Yes.
Who?
Every record label known to man. I promote music.
Okay. What record labels in the group of every record label known to man has actually compensated you or paid you to promote certain music events or other information?
Rock Nation.
Okay. And after she testified to all of that, at the end of the day, the jury determined that there was sufficient evidence to convict Mr. Lanes, right?
That's exactly
Well,
what.
just to say that the jury believed her, right?
Yeah, well,
Objection to phone.
I would imagine they believed her. I don't know if did we do a polling of all these jurors? I mean, they voted overall.
No, hold on, Mr. Allen. I think you and I already discussed that the jury came to their decision unanimously, right?
Yeah, but the decision that they came to was that Tory is guilty, not that they believe Meg Thee Stallion and everything she said on the stand. Like, was there a verdict on that? We don't know. I'm just saying I don't believe that shit at all.
Yes, it's called a guilty verdict for him having shot her. That is the verdict that they came to, right?
But that's not necessarily mean they agreed with everything of her testimony. There was times she didn't remember things. It doesn't mean they agreed with everything she said. They agree with what the prosecutor alleges, but that's not necessarily means that a guilty verdict doesn't mean I've seen many imperfect witnesses who get things wrong, maybe not be forthcoming on the stand, and they still get the favorable verdict. The verdict got nothing to do with Meg. This chick's a liar. That's point blank period. I don't know,
You believe that the verdict had nothing to do with the victim's testimony that she was shot by Tory Lanez.
Ma'am.
Objection at the phone.
Ma'am, you're cleverly but not cleverly trying to make me say something I'm not saying. So I'll state it on the record unequivocally. The jury believes that Tory shot Meg. The jury, from what I know, did not issue any statement, vote, or any opinion that they believed everything Meg said. Is one of the things Meg said that Tory shot her? Yes. So they believe that. However, the reason why I don't believe Meg in totality is that once I've deemed you as a liar, listen, they say don't throw away the baby with the bathwater. I kind of throw everything you got to say. I don't want to hear nothing. Don't tell me the sky's blue. I got to go check for myself. You're a liar. So that's my perspective. So if Meg told me today, hey, listen, it's raining outside, I'd be like, give me a second, and I would go outside and go look. And I'd be like, you're right. That's just my opinion.
So, y'all, we made it to the end. Let me say this first before I let y'all go on y'all way. I ain't surprised. I knew his lawyers was on some different type of time. And when they made that statement, I think it was Alex Spiro, and I think it's Quinn Emanuel law firm. But yeah, that's what he said. Yeah, but I knew when he got up there to talk about when he had all those reporters do that meeting because of the lawsuit that lady had did to Jay-Z about grape and stuff. And he got up there and he said him and Diddy wasn't friends. They just knew each other from being in the business through passing. And I was like, I don't trust nothing you say. For you to get that bald face lie, like we ain't got picture evidence, we ain't got proof, we ain't got things to go back and be like, So the fact that you took a person as a fool like that is was disrespectful, because that you think that I would be that, or the world, because that you put that shit out there, that the world is that delusional and stupid and just lost in the sauce, that they was gonna not think about that. Just before he got locked up, they was always at events together, and they called each other brothers. They're the only people that could call each other Sean. Although Jay-Z played it kind of, smart in regards, because he moved differently. I feel like this. I feel, my own opinion, they both calculating narcissists. They both are skilled and knowledgeable at how to play them chess pieces on their game that they play. One sloppier. One sloppier and not as sneaky, just a little more out there. One sneaky, calculating, and strategic. That's just the way I see it. And we see which one is in jail right now. And that's not saying that Jay-Z downfall ain't happening, because guess what? God says high and he looks low. And he does, karma does do what karma do. So, nevertheless, y'all, I'm gonna let y'all go so I can go ahead and go lay myself down. Luckily, my kids went to sleep early. I don't know if it's because, the little one is getting over her cold, and then the bigger one is in the, that transition before she start getting better. So I don't know if that's the case, that they sleep. But I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and carpe diem. I'm seize it, and go ahead and push this content out for y'all. So I'm gonna let y'all go. Hope y'all, got an understanding, and the truth will prevail, because that's what God does. He will shine his light upon the just and the unjust. I mean, he is no respecter of person. He would judge accordingly to everybody. So, but like I said, I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all week. New video will be out by Thursday, and I will see. This was too long for me to try to put in my video, and I didn't want to. It's enough. It was already chopped. I didn't want to extend it, my video long, for my editing process. So I'm gonna let y'all go. I will see y'all later on the next video at the end of this week. So until I see y'all then, bye.